What is up? Welcome back. Do you like to do it, Bill, or make it?
So do we.
We have a new videos each week, every Tuesday and Friday. That's 2 and 5. This week, we're doing a little, our own version of all of the horror characters. Here, let me zoom. Kim's not into it again. She's not a big horror film fan.
I haven't seen any of them. None of them.
Friday we tried to watch like a horror comedy, and she heard horror, and there was a little bit of gore. She's like,
"Yeah,
I can play my game."
Yeah,
I was like, "No, we'll just pick something else." But she is like Haunted Mansion is as deep as she gets with the horror films, and that was skirting the line.
That's not true. That's not true. All right, well, and I worked on one. It's just not ready yet. I tried to quickly put it into a cut file, but that did not happen in time for Test Cut Tuesday. So
you had quite the week.
I actually have 2 for next week that I already have designed, and who knows what he'll come up with for next week, too.
We had fire, flood, no power. We've had anything that could happen. Did happen this
don't
week.
You want to say your hellos?
Murphy's. Oh, yeah. I was just getting into it.
Yeah.
Getting right into it. Where's I need my magic mirror.
Anybody see our social media, our Instagram, or Facebook story today? This table was a mess here 15 minutes ago.
Let's see who we got. Clean off my mirror. Oh, and I see Helen and Brandy and Tyra and Diane and Steve and Jennifer and Chuck V. Kimberly Lance, what's happening? Minnesota Mix, Jerry. Bob, Christian, Vance Chat, it's Trudy. Hey, Trudy.
Nice job.
I'm getting everybody's trucker names. Ashton, I see Manuela, Rick, I see Scott Hamill, Renee, Chantel, Bernice. Oh, there's a bunch of you. Lori, Mark, Cassandra, Lois, Terry.
Oh, you missed Bernice.
Tasha. I think I hit Bernice.
Oh, maybe you
Elisa, Jeff, Jason. What's happening, Jason? And Tracy. Everybody hit that like button real quick. You need a little bit of thumb exercise. All right. You guys want to hear about our week?
Yeah.
Our week of biblical proportions?
He's dying to tell you about
what's
been going on. Today's only Tuesday.
I haven't had any time to design because from Friday until literally like an hour ago, it's been laser maintenance. Like a crazy week. Crazy week. Like starting Friday, our ceiling was leaking and everything on the right side of the warehouse is wet. So started with that, and while we were trying to clean up from that, I just sat down from moving all the stuff away from the water. Just sat down, and they come in and they're like, "Hey, we need you on laser 3." I was like, "Okay," and then somebody else came in. I think it was Kim. And was like, "There's a fire on laser 3." So I get up and I go out there. And, 2 people have come and told me by now. So I'm thinking somebody put the fire out by now.
That was last week. Yeah, that was last week.
Fire's still going. That was like Friday.
No.
Thursday?
No, yeah. I don't know. It maybe have even happened before last week's Test Cut Tuesday, or maybe it was Wednesday.
Well, I just got finished fixing it.
Yeah.
So it was charred, like dripping plastic charred. Well, I go out there, it's still on fire. Nobody put the fire out.
No, I'm standing right there. I just was just trying to decide if I should. Well, I was kind of dumb, but I was like, if I open it, is it going to make it worse? Well, I didn't think about the fact that it's just got air blowing right on it, so me opening the laser isn't going to make a difference at all. So I could have just opened it and tried to blow the fire out. And why did it flame up? What happened?
Somebody forgot to turn on the
Oh, that's what it was.
air compressor. All the
air assist wasn't on.
Well, that was going. I blew the fire out, and then I was like, why aren't the lights on? Because over each laser I have a light. So if the light goes out, I know that the air compressor, water chiller, or exhaust has gone out.
All 3, yeah.
Yep. And I noticed that all of the lights were out for all 3 lasers. I was like, why aren't the lights on? My daughter was like, "Oh, I don't know, I forgot. Laser 2 is still running without air assist and without the water chiller. It was just running. So nothing happened to it."
But that was last week. Okay, great. We got that fixed. And then yesterday,
Well,
laser. Oh, so yeah, you
I
fixed
spent
it
all weekend
Sunday. Yeah.
messing with exhaust. Then an air compressor went out
Yes.
on
it was
Sunday, and I
yeah.
had to fix the air compressor. An exhaust fan went out Sunday or Monday, I don't even know. So I had to replace the little brushes in there, which I'm getting pretty good at.
Mm-hmm. It was fast.
I don't know. It was just I haven't had any time for design. Oh, and then yesterday,
Yeah.
nothing
Yesterday
was
is the
cutting. Yesterday
crazy
was
thing.
crazy.
Yeah, that was the
Nothing
crazy
was
day.
cutting through. And then
We cut on Sunday, so he fixed laser 2. It was cutting. It was fine.
It was cutting.
And then I come in first thing yesterday morning and I start cutting and I was like, whoa, laser 2 is all smoky. What is happening? And I said, do we need to change the filters? And he said, no, I just changed the filters. And I said, well, are you sure that wasn't laser 1's filter? And he was like, went to prove it to me, and he did prove it. He showed me the filter was clean.
Clean
and I
filter.
said, well, it's charring up these boards. I can't use laser 2.
And it didn't cut through. And then laser 3 didn't cut through.
And so then he was
'Cause
like,
I fixed laser 3 and then it didn't cut through.
the big exhaust fan at the end. So we have all 3 of them venting to a bigger exhaust fan.
Each one has an exhaust fan, and then down at the end there's a big exhaust fan to kick it up and out of the wall.
Yes, like up and out of our building. So that one, he said, I think that's clogged. I'm gonna have to take the time and replace it, but not right now.
Can't.
I was like,
We're
okay.
behind because of the fire on laser 3 and the issues with laser 2.
No, it was a fire on 2. Yes, and then the
Oh
issues
yeah,
with
then there
2.
was a fire on 2 also.
So I was like, okay, well, you could say you can't do it now, but I can't run the other lasers. So until you're ready to do that, we're not getting much done. And then he finally,
Well, then yesterday I was forced to kind
Here's
of
where we're really going with this long
change
story.
them. So nothing's cutting through yesterday. Nothing on laser 2's cutting through. Laser 1 had some issues. Laser 3 didn't cut through.
Yeah, we were having some real problems, and he was losing it because
And I
we were
was
behind in the
losing
store,
it.
and we were getting caught up. We were on a roll. We're
We
getting
worked
pretty caught
all
up.
weekend to get caught up. Like we worked late both Saturday and Sunday to get caught up. And then it
All
was
3
like,
lasers are
all
having
3
problems
lasers were
Monday
having
morning.
problems. And I just went through and I cleaned out all of the exhaust fans. I realigned all 3
Your
lasers.
story's getting longer. Get there.
And I'm standing there like, whew, I just got it all. And I'm going to run some cuts. And the power down the middle of the warehouse went out. And I was
Now, I
like,
wasn't here at this time. I had just gone up the street, and where did Tanner and I go? Was it just to Wawa? I don't know. It was just across
yeah, it
the
was
street.
like Wawa, I think.
And we come back, and Tanner pulls up, and he's like, why are the lights out front? And it was drizzling yesterday. It was no storm, but it was raining yesterday. And he goes, did Dad think we didn't need lights out front, or what? Was he done with the lights for the day,
I was
or
done.
what? And so I was like, that's suspicious. And then we come in, and we see that part of the warehouse is out, but the other part where the lasers are is still on and running. And we're like, what's going on? And Garrett goes and checks all the breakers. I said, did you blow another breaker? Because we blew a breaker the other day. Too many things on in one place. And he's like, nope, all the breakers are good. I said, all right, well, I've got to eat this sandwich before I lose it, and then I will help you troubleshoot. Well, during that time, he goes next door, and our friend next door, he's like, yeah, half of my stuff's out too, but not all of it,
Down
just
the
some
middle
of
of
it.
his warehouse is out too. And then he's like, as some of my machinery that's pulling 220 isn't getting full power. And I was like, what? Really? So then I came back here and I was messing with our water chiller, which is a 220, and the compressor wouldn't kick on. And I was like, oh, we're only getting like half power. It was the craziest thing.
Yeah, well, no, you didn't know that at first. At first, you
Yeah, at
thought
first I
that we
didn't
had
know.
a new problem.
Yeah, at first I thought
Chiller
I was like,
one's
Chiller
out.
one is out. I was like, now the water chiller is out. This is just a week.
Tanner goes and looks on Virginia Power's site, and guess what?
It was like our street.
Yeah, just
our
us.
Our block.
Yeah, right here. We were out. And so luckily, well, at that point, we couldn't run the lasers because he was like, I'm going to have to change the fan. I can't get the exhaust out. So we took that time while the power was down and the lasers weren't running, which we found out later was just they weren't getting the proper amount of power. And he switched out the fan, and everything is running beautifully today.
Well,
you did have a hiccup this morning.
Yeah, I had a hiccup this morning. I go out there and the tent's filled with smoke, and I was like, what's happening? Oh, I didn't even tell you about this one. I was like, what's happening? There was a hole in one of the exhaust tubes, so I patched that. And then I was like, laser 2 is smoky again. So I just pulled the back of the laser off, and I looked in it, jammed my hand in there to see if anything was in there, plugged it back in, and suddenly it was working like super great. And I was like, oh, that is great. And I leave the tent, and the warehouse is filled up with smoke. It's because down at the end where the big exhaust fan is, where it kicks it up and out, that popped off the top.
The hose pops off, and it's filling up the warehouse. He fixes that, and then the hose
while
outside.
I'm fixing that, I hear the hose outside make like a balloon noise, and it popped. And I was like, man. So then I had to climb up on the roof this morning, and we have a silencer on the end of our tube for our neighbor.
TMI, too much information. Moving on. So, sorry for that long story, but we have had quite an adventure for the last 2-3 days, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I haven't had any.
I know, just so you guys know, when you have your own laser problems and you get yourself and you're frustrated with it, you don't know what the problem is, we experience the same thing.
In threes.
Times 3. And it just seems like all of them, there's always something with one of them. The filter needs to be changed. There was too much smoke in laser 2 from the fire, and that means we had to change the lenses out. Remember yesterday we changed the lenses because
the lens got all crusty.
Yes, it had quite a flame on it, I guess.
Couldn't clean the lens, so I had to replace it, but I have spares.
Yeah. So it was we just had quite a little maintenance last couple of days. But
it's not like I don't keep up with maintenance.
And yesterday he said, at the end of the day, he said, I have got to do Test Cut Tuesday. I was like, not right now, you don't. We're going to have to figure this out. So he did work this out yesterday. You worked on it.
Last night when we got
I guess
home.
At the end of the day, I saw you working on it,
Yeah.
and then here and there, and then,
I worked on it last night. We watched a little TV.
And I did not work on mine while we were watching TV, which is probably part of our problem. So let me go see what's happening in this chat so I can respond
how was
to you guys.
your week?
Yeah, we did all the chatting here.
Yeah, it was a very long story. Not like half the sign is done. That's how long my story was.
Well, Chuck V had his first craft show this weekend.
Oh, Chuck V, how'd it go? You and Flavor Flav?
Had my first craft show, learned a lot. Can't wait for the next one.
That's your first few are just going to be learning. You're going to be learning and running back to the house because you forgot stuff.
Christian says he's back. He was on vacation last week. Welcome back.
I saw and I noticed. Just say, Christian. Where'd you go? Hope it was somewhere fun. Hope it was like a real vacation.
Christian let Scott know his bottles are looking good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we saw those.
Yep. I'd like to try some bottle stuff.
Oh, Lori just found our channel yesterday. It's his first time joining us for Test Cut Tuesday.
Oh,
Sorry
hey,
for all the
Lori.
long-winded story there, Lori. We don't normally, we do tell
complain.
stories, but and chit chat with you guys. But
That was
one
a
was a
long-winded
long-winded
whine.
one. Yes. We've just been through so much. We're feeling a lot better though, right?
Yeah.
We're like in a better mood because
Yeah.
now I feel like we cleaned up the back. While the power was out.
Yeah.
We did some cleaning up back there too while Tanner and I did while he was working on that fan. Bernice says she only gets to see 10 minutes because Bernice, you're probably gone because we had to tell her whole story.
Sorry,
she has to
Bernice.
leave to drive home.
Have a safe drive home.
Patricia says, hope everyone's having an awesome day and staying safe in Florida. Yes.
Oh, yeah. How's everybody doing in Florida? Has it hit yet? Kind of slept through the weather this morning.
Oh, Jason's here, but he's driving. So he's just going to be listening mostly, I think. He says he's picking his daughter up from school.
Eyes on the road. Nothing exciting going on here. Oh, my God, look!
I know, Helen. Helen said, I'm starting to get confused if Minnesota Make really is Chris or Jerry.
Yeah.
Don't do that to me. I went through that last week. I'm questioning, did I have it right? Alisa. I think I said that right. My first live in a long time. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Sorry for the long story. He always mixes me up with Jerry. Minnesota, Alaska. Chris, it's all the same. Cold.
It
LOL.
is. You're right. It is. I mean, look. Here's what I'm saying. Minnesota, Alaska. That's funny. You guys know each other. Jerry's in Alaska. But look, if you're touching Canada, you're Canada. I'm sorry. I love Canada.
Yeah, Lois, I meant to ask you last week. Lois said, your weather sounds like California. Hurricanes and flooding here. Thank goodness I was further north or I would be floating away. I meant to ask you, and I guess I forgot or didn't put it together, but I had thought about it. Put them on here.
What is that?
Put them on here so you don't fight with it. There you go. Look at there. Look how I'm helping you.
Look at that. Hey, that's a new technique. I
wondered if you were a part of all of that flooding, the earthquake. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, there.
Did you have a fire NATO or whatever? Was that there too? Where was that at?
That was the fire NATO. I think that was Canada.
Was that in Canada?
I think so.
Yeah. Lois says, sounds like your lasers need a vacation. They're all burnt out.
Right, yeah, yes.
Yes.
Don't jinx me. I was so worried about the tube.
We haven't taken a vacation, so they haven't taken a vacation.
Yeah, that's right. No vacations for them. They ride, I don't know, 12 hours a day, 7 days a week.
So it was true to you said, glad you're okay. We had the worst storms I've ever experienced here in Michigan. 7 tornadoes touched down and 5 people dead.
In Michigan? Does Michigan usually get tornadoes? I thought you guys were too high up to get the warm and the cold.
In Michigan, yeah. I can't believe you get tornadoes up there. I didn't even
feel like we're living through the day after tomorrow.
My goodness. Scott says it sounds like a good week to drink adult beverages in the shop this week.
I'm in. I got to practice for the tequila cruise.
Let's get them started on the White Claws again. LOL. Yeah, let's have that conversation again.
Those conversations get people in trouble.
Christian says that they were in Cancun and had a near tropical storm that followed us home and grounded our plane coming home. Extra day added to travel. Oh, that's not fun. Christian said, put some White Claw in the chillers.
Put some White Claws on it.
Did we change our MDF? Interesting. We did actually change the MDF, but I don't think that's the problem. Everything's cutting okay now. So, yeah. But that's a good point. We did just switch to a new provider. I don't know that we've switched, but we got a whole order in from somebody else. The MDF is looking lighter in color than what Worthwood's lumber has been looking like the last couple times we've ordered. So I don't know, wherever we can get the best wood, that's the wood we're trying to grab and keeping it somewhat affordable. Isn't it his hair? No,
I don't know what it is.
Well, I don't see his hair, so I think it is just cut weird.
I think it's
inside of something.
I think it's trash. We'll set it here for now.
You get confused with tiny pieces, so do we. Well, where is his hair?
Right here.
Oh, you got it. Okay, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, let's just set it aside. You know what it looks like? It looks like Cousin Eddie's hat.
It does. He might have made it to this sign.
Right.
I was just picking everybody. I went through the comments on last week's video and I pulled out everybody that was mentioned. So, and then last night I showed Kim the first version, and she was like, "Whoa, whoa, you need to dumb that down a lot." I went a little crazy with the first version.
Yeah. Yes. It was super detailed. I was like, Helen's never going to paint that.
Yeah, each one.
I think about you, Helen. Will Helen paint that?
Yes, that's exactly what she said. Will Helen
No,
paint that?
she will not paint that.
Helen
So
ain't painting that.
make it easier.
That's right, Helen.
But that's okay. At least I look at it too sometimes, and he's like, "No, that's our signature, the detail." And I was like, "Not so much detail that no one wants to paint it." Punchy says, "Hi guys, in South Carolina, the state that's never prepared, waiting for this rain from the hurricane." Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get a little bit of rain from that hurricane.
We've already had
I
rain the
enjoy
last
that
2
rhymes.
days. Yes.
Yeah, we have had rain the last 2 days. And you know what? The ceiling's not leaking.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
Christian says, "Well, that's because we haven't had a downpour."
No, yesterday it was crazy. Remember I walked out, I was like, is it raining?
Yeah, but it was just raining. It wasn't like downpour, I think. Christian says you're going to need a generator now for the equipment with some voltage regulators.
I got voltage regulators on 2 of them.
Yeah. Well,
I've been putting off getting
and
the
you know
third
what?
one.
It's laser 2 that didn't have the voltage
Yeah, that's
regulator, right?
And it wasn't the one. It was the one
One
wasn't
with
cutting
the
through the.
with the problems yesterday. So you know what? Might have to get one. Eric Hill, what'd you say that you took back out? It says Eric Hill, message retracted.
Ooh, he had something juicy to say. Now I need to know.
Jerry says, "Howdy hangers." Helen, stop it. Clicker AK says, "Howdy hangers." Helen said, "Hey Jerry." Or is it Chris?
Can't get us mixed up.
Helen said, "I love the long stories because it's going to be a quick file."
Yeah, that's what I said. And Kim couldn't get her file together.
Guess who's here visiting with us? Oh, Peg Egg's here.
Oh, what's up, Peg Egg?
She's waiting for some rain in Tampa. You're not gonna.
Oh yeah.
So glad
You're
it's
getting
not
that
going
good
with
rain
us.
down in Tampa.
Aren't you gonna be heading out? Tampa.
I heard they
Is that on
said.
the left side? It's coming right up through you, isn't it?
I thought they were gonna like shelter in place. That's what I heard. Like there wasn't an evacuation notice given. It was just a
Yeah.
good luck. Good luck, everybody.
Oh, Eric did come back with something. Seems like you ran through a fault short on one of your feeds to your shop. Ended with just a 120 volt feeds, and only those circuits were working properly. 240 won't work at all. Well, it was working. It was a weird thing. I mean, some places, like this room had lights, but it didn't
none
have
of
an
the
outlet.
sockets worked.
Yeah.
And the other room, the sockets worked, but none of the lights would work.
It just was just weird. Or, like in our office, the outlets were off. That's all in the same circuit, but the lights were on.
And no circuit breakers were tripped.
The
or
laptops
nothing.
wouldn't work. We had no internet during that time.
Our
so
neighbor was over there with a voltage meter going
plugging it in stuff.
Well, he asked if I had one, and I was like, yeah. And then Tanner was like, hey, do you want to check ours first? I was like, no, man. I ain't messing with electricity.
Yeah, he is not. He hates electricity.
I saw some things when I was a little kid.
You told that story.
Yeah.
Christine wants to know what sign was I working on.
A cute one.
Yes, I was getting ready to
It's not
print
a
it.
horror movie one.
No, it's a cute little witch's hat with a black cat
What a cute little cat.
and a spider web, and it says
Cute
"boo"
little
on it.
spider web.
It is. It's very cute. You guys want to see it? Because I'll go print it. I was
Go
working
make
on
her.
printing it. Where's my wrench? Scott's lost his wrench.
What? Somebody else lost their wrench.
Lois, where's my wrench? I had it right here, but you know what, Lois? Did I mention how this table was covered full of stuff?
Full of stuff, full of baby oil.
Yeah. Where is all that? That's in the other room now.
That was a crazy baby oil fiasco in here.
Kevin and Penny says, stay safe all. Please remind me of the glue you use for which things, and is there a yearly Patreon option? There is a yearly Patreon option. I think it comes with a 20% discount if you pay for the full year. So take a look at that. We see those come through quite often. And the glue, hey, I got a little tip for you guys. I think I said it last time, but I'm going to show you. So this is Starbond Thick. You want to go like zoom in so that they can see? Most of you guys already know what this is. Oh, this way. Starbond Thick is what we use for our signs. And then I got a little tidbit. So if you guys, and some of you guys who have purchased the 16 ounces will know this, if you buy just a 2-ounce bottle by itself, the bottles are so hard to squeeze. I mean, they're like a two-hander squeeze. But if you buy the 16-ounce, I just want to make sure I was right, bottle, it comes with four of the little bottles, and these are much easier to squeeze. So just a little heads up, if you're considering buying the big one, I know it's a little more expensive. I'd go for it simply because you will use all this glue, and it's going to be a whole lot easier to squeeze this. So, tip. Garrett's got another story for you. You're going to tell your glue story?
Oh, you guys want another tip?
Let me get there. Let me get down. I'm behind in comments. Let me just get there.
Catch up on comments.
Yes.
And I'll give you another tip.
Elisa says, love to hear your stories. Where's my wrench? I'm getting there. I'll get it for you.
Can you tap their name and give them a wrench?
Oh, Renee said my sisters said that the first band of the hurricane is rolling through Florida by them now.
Ooh.
Oh, really? It's that close. Bonnie says she's 10 minutes from Canadian border.
Well, Bonnie, you're Canadian.
Oh, Helen answered all those questions already. Should have went on down.
Take it on down to
Lois says
Boatown.
she's 50 miles north of San Francisco. Glad it missed me, but sad for those who are still dealing with the aftermath. I know.
Yeah.
Do we sell this file? We will sell this file,
Yeah,
right?
we'll
I
sell
think
this
so.
file.
Yeah.
I'll put the other ones up too. We're
I know.
struggling with it.
We know we're so behind on files. We keep showing you all this. Hey, would you like to buy one of these files? We just won't give them to you. We won't offer them. We won't offer them for sale.
So SVGTs. Look what we can make. Forget ever seeing it again. We just hold them hostage.
Ingrid wants to know where her Patreon Facebook group invite is.
Oh. I've been trying to do them.
I did it. I think I'm caught up. Ingrid, I'll go check. Did I send you an email? Because sometimes the email I have on file for Patreon isn't the same email that you have used for Facebook, and it won't. And that's what I'm using to invite you. So I'll usually send an email and say, "Hey, what is your Facebook email so I can invite you?" But I'll check into that.
I did that the other day. I think I'm gonna open it up again.
No.
Post the link.
No.
And then close it. Give you guys.
No. I'll take care of it.
Okay.
Bob says needs bloody hands behind the text on the bottom. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I noticed. So I was going to mention something about blood, but he didn't use that kind of font. He didn't use a bloody font. You used more of a
scratchy
slasher.
Yeah, it's.
And I noticed that a lot of them have. Knives. Like this guy has a knife. This guy has a knife. This guy has a knife.
I went with that. Good
this guy has fingers.
That cut.
Yeah. So I was like, I see why you're using that font. I worked it out.
Good eye, babe.
What else? Hold on. Don't you just love the tiny pieces when you can't figure them out? Yeah.
Just save them.
Just save them. We do that in the workshops all the time. Don't throw this away. You never know. Kathy says she's watching the live for the first time. She doesn't have a laser, but she loves watching us because we're funny. Oh. Are you funny?
I don't think so. Kim doesn't think so. Half the time.
Yeah, half the time it's not funny. Alan says, before designing, ask yourself, what would Helen do?
Yeah. I've started to.
WWHD, what would Helen do?
What would Helen do?
Christine says she lives in St. Pete, Florida. She's not leaving. It's going north of Tampa, Big Bend area, but we'll have a storm surge. We are high and dry and 92 feet. Woohoo! Woohoo! Good for you. I'm happy to hear that, Pag. Pag-ag. Are we near the Citizens Bank building? I don't think so.
I don't know. We are by St. Joseph Villa. Are you talking to us? I don't know. Might just be answering somebody else's question.
Lois said, baby oil. You two getting kinky in your downtime?
It's Party Kindergarten After Dark. You'll have to tune in.
But my hands were beautiful yesterday. They're dry now, darn it. I need to buy a couple or 4 big bottles, Kim. Order coming in today or tomorrow. All right, Jerry. Bring it on. Oh, do I have big bottles? I don't, but they are,
They're on the way.
Yeah, they were ordered 2 weeks ago, so they should be here any day.
Well, the guy called me. I think right after you put your order in.
Oh, Christian says, where's his wrench?
Everybody's wrench is missing.
He never had one, but he says he should have one.
I agree.
And Lois, I got you. I'm going to see if I can do it now.
We'll wrench up.
What kind of paint do you use for your signs?
Oh, that's funny. We are using a new paint. We're actually trying out a new paint right here. It's our new paint supplier.
Is that, wait a minute, wait. I can see your sign. Is it wet?
Kinda.
Yeah,
it's dry enough.
Do you want me to help you? I can see you like from this angle because I'm on the side of it.
I got it.
You got it. Perfect.
I got the goods.
He looks a little like Darth Vader, don't you think?
He does.
We use
Foxy Hues.
Foxy Hues.
Foxy Hues paint.
Outdoor craft paint. It's our new paint label that's coming. But yes, it's an outdoor paint. You want to use outdoor house paint on these signs so that they don't, so that the MDF doesn't swell in the front. It might swell a little in the back if it gets wet and stays wet. But they will not swell in the front. It will not release the glue. It is UV resistant so they won't fade, and mildew resistant so they don't look dirty. You can wipe them off.
And our outdoor craft paint has the same.
Yep, Renee just said, is there an update on your paint?
Sure is. We got it in. We're packaging it up.
And we're still waiting on that label.
Yeah.
Hey, why does that look super clean? Is that how well the laser's cutting, or did you paint the wrong side?
Oh, well, the laser's cutting.
Shh.
Don't jinx me. It's doing really, really well right now. And everything's clean.
Tasha G, Facebook invite. I joined a couple weeks ago. I did the invites last week, so as of last Monday. So if you joined in the last 10 days, I may not have sent the invite to you yet. Also, Patreon t-shirts. If you're new, your Patreon t-shirt is coming. I have not. So Courtney used to do all these things for us, and she's gotten too busy in her big girl job, and so it's fallen in my lap, and that's just one of the things I haven't had a chance to do. I keep saying I'm going to do it at night, but I'm watching TV, but I end up watching TV, and I don't do it. The laptop's in my lap, though. I'm just not using it.
It's just keeping you warm. It's your throw blanket.
We only get and that's when I sit down at about 9:30.
Yeah, 9:30, that's what I was going to say.
Michael's here. He says he's sorry he's late, but he's here.
What's up, Michael?
Helen says she said they're out of stock. I think Garrett used it all on his fingers.
Oh, man.
Did you guys see?
Oh, is that was my other tip.
Well, wait, on what was the Facebook comment? Oh, that said the Spock with the glue, which was hilarious. And then I thought the little gift that Garrett sent back made me laugh out loud with that little monkey's face. And he's cutting his eyes. It was so funny.
Who knew I was a giffer?
Yeah, he loves them. He cracks him up too.
I feel like the gifts really express my emotions.
Helen says, Jerry says, we can't all have a wrench. Helen says, the power of the wrench means you have to be fast on your fingers. Link, and no sex bot. Smack them out of the chat. That's right.
Yeah.
Shh. Do not bring that into existence again, Helen. That was so funny. Remember our problem with that for so long?
Like a month.
Yeah.
It started during the hurricane sale.
And Helen says, ooh, I love Foxy Hues. And Christine says, I'm 3 blocks away from the intercoastal, and they said the storm surge would be 4 to 7 feet. And I have a little incline on my property. It's about 12 feet higher, so it's gonna cut it close.
You could do some fishing off your front porch then.
Why the new paint supplier? No, it's the same one that's coming. We're going to be using the same brand that we talked about.
Yep. Well,
Christian's looking forward to see the pricing for the new colors.
it's very competitive.
Bernie says, I'm trying it with Gorilla Glue spray. Is that okay? I don't know.
Trying what? Are you trying?
Gluing these signs together
Ooh.
with the Gorilla Glue spray.
You let me know if that works.
You tell me if it works. Yeah, I'm curious.
I'm
I know it's
down
like
for
an
a
outdoor.
spray.
It's supposed to be weather resistant and everything, so maybe. But what a great way to flip it all over. Just give it a quick spray, slap them down. I mean, I can't really do this, spray it too much while I'm sitting here, but might not be a bad thing.
You spray it on your hair. That way your hair will
Yeah, you don't
stay in place.
don't want to do that. Ooh, Cassandra says, I tried to purchase a quart of paint in Manhattan, $34 to $44. I passed on the paint. Yeah,
Whoa, a quart.
I bet.
Yeah, our prices beat those.
Well, definitely beat those. That's right, Lois. Helen says, Kim and Garrett will be the suppliers. They cut out the middleman, and
That's
it'll be
right.
the same quality product. Lois says, the full view of the sign looks like a bunch of Sasquatches walking along. From that view. You should go overhead again so they can see you.
I thought it was overhead. Everybody want to look at your pretty little face, babe.
Thanks, babe.
I would.
All right. You're getting it done. You're making it happen. And it's only, what is it? Protractor o'clock. It's not even
Whoa.
close to Beaker's o'clock.
Yeah, I was going to say Beaker's o'clock.
Oh, let me go get my, you know what I'm going to do? You can tell your, you want to tell your glue story while I go print that sign?
Oh, you don't want to be involved in it? It was just a
Oh,
tip.
no, I'm coming right back.
Mainly a tip.
You're not going to talk about what happened to you?
If you're working with acrylic,
Oh.
do not use Star Bond. It does not work. You'd think it'd be great for acrylic, but it's like it becomes super sticky and for a very long time until like skin or something else touches it. It's very, very sticky. It took me 3 minutes to get my hands off of the acrylic. It was I was having like issues where I was scared that I was going to be stuck there forever.
Yeah, did anybody see our story earlier this week?
And then right after it happened to me, not right after, like 20 minutes later, Kim touched it and got stuck to it.
Right, I thought by now, it just didn't even occur to me that it might still be wet because
It was
this
20
stuff
minutes.
dries so fast, but not on the acrylic. And my fingers got super stuck. They've never, I've been stuck to things before,
Yeah.
sure, and you can't really get your fingers apart, and I laugh, and I use a little debonder, get them off. But there's a difference. There was a difference because I was holding it like this, and I could just feel how stuck they were.
It's different than being stuck to MDF. Like MDF, you're like, oh, I can pull hard and get off, or I can use a little of this debonder and I'm good to go. But with the stuck that it felt like, oh, I hope to God the debonder can get this off. It was very stuck.
Is there something going on top, or is there supposed to be a little room?
Yeah, it's
I'm
supposed to be
guessing
a little
you're
room. It's
leaving.
like his hood.
Oh, okay.
Like, it was when I had the bottle stuck to my hand. I was like, oh, I'm not worried. the bottle's gonna come off, right? But when that acrylic was stuck, it was a different stuck.
Did you hear the laugh? You could tell by the way he was laughing that was like a nervous laugh.
I was like, I feel like I might be living with this piece of acrylic on my hand. That's it. I'm old knife hand now. Garrett, knife hand. And not even like the good Tim Burton kind.
That's what he said. He said, what did he say? That's it. I'm forever known as knife hand now.
That's it, yeah.
And then when I got stuck, I was like, ha ha, ha, ha. But I knew he'd gotten him unstuck, but it was just a little panicky feeling. It was almost like a claustrophobic thing. I was like,
yes,
oh my gosh.
it was a claustrophobic thing. That's how I felt too.
Get it off, get it off, get it off.
It's like, oh, it was just a, oh, son of a, damn.
Hold on, let me look.
I just dropped the littlest piece on the ground.
And I'm pretty sure that thing went rolling. What is it?
It was one of his little pom-pom puffs.
Oh, his pom-pom puffs. All right, I'm going in.
We just lost Kim.
I should have did the stupid stair thing. Go downstairs.
Yeah, you should have done this.
You would have for sure.
Oh, totally. All right, I'm going down to take a look.
I do not see your pom pom.
Hold on. I'm going to take the elevator down and meet you. I'll go check now.
I'm back. Do you guys get embarrassed for him sometimes? Speaking of embarrassing, Helen's got a funny story in here.
Oh, yeah, I want to hear it.
She says, oh my gosh, I used Weldon for acrylic, which I guess is like a sticky tape thing.
Oh, yeah.
And said I delivered a sign. When I stood up the sign, the O fell off. When I used Weldon, I forgot to remove the backing. So, I guess, so it never stuck, right? Because it was never glued on. And she said it was so embarrassing.
Man, where did that thing go?
Cluner said you could laser it off, Harry. I told you it wasn't down here.
It's got to be down here. You watched it fall. Huh. Hey, but you know what I've been finding? Look, I found 2 periods, a comma.
Oh, for the sign up there. Yeah, those little things fall too. Tyra said, I saw the story, felt sorry for you, but it was a great story. Yeah. Yeah, did you see that laugh? That laugh was like a nervous laugh.
All right.
All right, you'll find it. You'll find it. There's too much. This floor is so messy. I got a vacuum
bunch
in
of
here.
little pieces.
Let's see.
I just gotta do all their knives now.
Renee said, you're fast with your fingers. No wonder you didn't lose your wrench. The fiddly bits levels this one up. Yes.
Yes.
That's what he was saying too. He goes,
She's like, why are you copying somebody else's sign?
I was like, everybody's done this.
Oh, it's his hat. It's his hat.
Oh, right.
She was like, everybody else has done it. And I was like, yeah. But I just feel like I could do a little bit better.
Helen
Nothing
says, I
on
love
them.
to chat. She grew up in AOL chat rooms.
Yeah, that's right. Me too. Little aim.
Cluner says, for
Oh,
those who
aim in the
use
wrong
blades
side.
on your CO2 bed, how do you hold down warped wood?
Big magnets.
Yeah, I was going to see if anybody answered. But yeah, we just use big magnets, or we'll go and kind of flip it over and try and
Apparently the
unwarp
wrong
it.
sides.
But
Well, here's what I do when the boards are warped, for real. You want my real answer? I'm about to give you a tip. No, for real. The board gets less warp as you cut it in pieces. So how I frame everything. Like I'll frame all of our little pieces so that I can tape them off and ship them out and stuff. I'll cut all the frames first, and everything will fall.
Drop, yeah.
Will drop and kind of
Now,
relax.
inside the, because he puts a square around it. We do that for shipping purposes. So if you buy something from us, it's already cut. It's in a frame, so all the pieces stay together. They'll stack one on top of the other and not have like a branch from a tree that's going to break in shipping or something. And so if you cut, I get it. So if you cut those frames out, that piece drops and now it's flat and it'll cut everything inside of it. So that's a great tip. That's a great tip.
Yeah,
Garrett.
it's a great tip. It relaxes the wood and everything falls.
Yep. You cut everything, then cut.
Then I do my
Come back
cuts.
and do all the
Yeah.
insides and don't
So
cut the frames.
I'll usually put that on like a different color. I'll put it on like color 17 or whatever, and then run that one first, and then run all my regular cuts.
There you go.
You
Oh,
cut me one?
Tanner was watching. He went and found, he cut you a couple. Isn't that nice? Thanks, Tanner. I can't wait. Tanner's always hiding, so I can't wait till you guys. Tanner's funny too.
Once every time.
And he was in my video that one time, but he didn't say a whole lot. He made sure he fast forwarded himself.
Tanner is one of the reasons we have a YouTube channel. It was like him and Isabel. I was like, you two are freaking hilarious. Go start a YouTube channel. You can't start a YouTube channel these days. It's already been done.
Guess who did? Garrett is too funny. Lois, I love you're tech savvy at your age. I work with a lot of retired people, and doing technology is so hard. 5-minute calls take 45 minutes, I know. Yeah, and Lois is just right in here. Lois said they didn't have chat rooms when I grew up. The wheels are still made of stone. Yabba dabba do. Chuck V says, great tip. All right. You want me to? Oh yeah, you did it. You did it. You did it. You so fast.
I'm so fast. Boop.
Down.
Down.
Yeah, right there. Just want your spacing to be the same. It's actually a little too close together. Just call me Kim Deadeye.
No, did I, Kim?
Now wait. If you're gonna put his orange face on there, you sure you
It
want
should be
his?
brown. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have brown though. I didn't bring any brown with me.
Oh. Do you want me to get you some brown? Or you know what? Use this. Oh no, that's not gonna work.
Do we have a brown pen?
Tanner, if you're out there, can you bring us the brown paint? In case he's still watching.
I just need a dab. Tanner, can you hear me?
Harry says, I used to twitch a while ago, and now the wife wants me to start again, but wear a thong and a halter top.
Whoa, that sounds like an OnlyFans
He said,
page.
skin to win, question mark.
That's what has to happen.
Helen's ready to start her OnlyFans.
I was ready to start mine. Kim said no.
Inflation is no joke. Oh, Tanner wrote in on it. He's out there. He's just watching.
Like one of these. I think I painted the wrong side anyway. I did.
Let's see.
Alright.
Here he is.
Yeah. You can just like dabble it, you know?
Yeah. There you go. He said just dab it. I could put the user in timeout from here. Oh, add as a moderator. There we go. Look.
Oh, how'd you do it?
Just like you said, I clicked on their name right
Oh.
here.
There you go. All right, who wants a wrench? Wrench, wrench. Who wants a wrench?
Who wants a wrench?
Bam.
And Scott wanted to know what happened to his wrench. Is he still there? Can I do that?
I guess there
say
was
something
the
so I can
it was the
find
big
you.
it was the big wrench purge of 2023.
There we go. Look at you. Look at you. See? Slasher letters.
Yeah, they're called Dead Killer in the font. I like, yeah, see, I gave Chucky some red hair and his knife. I gave this dude his little scream mask. If you look close, let's go over here. If you look close, Michael Myers actually has like a Michael Myers mask. Jason actually has like a hockey mask. Freddy's got his little claw, his hat, and his orange face. Texas Chainsaw Massacre guy, Ed Gein. This is what I had to do. I had to go find all these people.
You learned a little bit about
Yeah,
them.
I learned a little bit about everybody, trying to find their pictures, like their real names and stuff. It wasn't Leatherface. It's Ed Gein. Oh, and then I just put the... I was going to make this dude white, but I thought I'd keep it black. So it kind of maintained the feel of all the other guys.
I think it looks good.
Now I have my own, so I could bring this one to the craft show.
I'm
I
going to
saw
come
the
back.
ones that were posted.
I wanted to answer somebody who had a question. Oh, Tom. Before this rolls off the screen. Tom, tiny tips that come with a Star Bond. So in your little 2-ounce bottle
Yeah, that was
here.
funny. Tom Thumb's asking about tiny tips.
It's not Tom Thumbs.
Oh.
It's Tom Davis. Here's the Star Bond 2-ounce. Comes with two pointy tips that'll go on here, right? And then it comes with a little baggie.
A micro tips.
3, 6, 7, 8 micro tips. This little baggie
They'll
comes
last
in here
forever.
too.
Why you have 8 of them is because the tip will get clogged once you set it aside.
I mean, no,
But a
it
little
doesn't.
snip with the scissors. Just a
That,
little.
or you just pick the glue right off. I mean,
That's
I hardly ever
Oh,
change
I-
the tips. I will sometimes do it for a workshop.
Yeah.
Because I don't want the bottle to look dirty and used, but it's not ready to be replaced. So, and then a little instructions come in there as well.
That say don't use with acrylic. I don't know what they say, but I'm just telling you, don't mess with that. Oh, and then like the next day, I came in and I went to pick it up. Just I was cleaning up the trash. Went to pick up the acrylic piece that we were gluing with the paper towel, and the paper towel stuck to it. 24 hours later.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was the craziest acrylic experience.
Amazing details. This is going to be a hot seller.
Oh, thank you.
It needs an evil clown face.
I thought about giving them the evil clown face. I wasn't sure how to make it so small.
Cassandra really likes the sign, and she's not a scary movie fan. He
Thanks,
said,
Cassandra.
Tom gave himself, look, it's Tom Davis, LOL. It needs a slash or knockout of the door round with a little blood stain. Oh. So, like, you
I
know
almost
what I mean?
did it through the welcome. I almost put the slash going through the welcome and the backer, so you'd have to glue the welcome on both sides of it. But then you change the font, and it turned into, it would have to be a bunch of little pieces. So I did, but I still might do it.
Well, did you hear what she was saying? Like, make it, I think what she said, it was like a door, or Alan. Alan said, he said, it needs a slash or knockout of the door round with a little blood stain. I don't think I understand now. I'm confused.
Oh, like a notch.
Is that what you mean?
Put like
I
an
think that's
X.
a good idea.
Put an X notch right here. Or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah.
In the backer with
Yeah.
some blood. Then
Yes.
the 3D blood.
Yes.
That's why I love Test Cut Tuesday. You guys have so many good ideas. I love working with you guys.
So Harry says, so Tom Thumb has a little issue with the tiny tips.
That's what I'm saying, right? Sorry, Tom.
Sorry for the need for remediation, but do you use Starbond on the wooden porch leaners? No, we
No.
glue those pieces together. If there's MDF pieces
MDF
to
to MDF. Star Bond.
But for the wood door rounds, we either use wood glue, any wood glue. There's a there's a whole post. If you're a top tier
Yeah.
patron, go look for Lori Chavez's
Chavez.
answer on glue. So
Hey,
it's
is
very
Lori here today?
informative.
I didn't see Lori on.
No, we
She
need
was
to-
so close. She was only like 2 hours away.
This is original Gorilla Glue. We like to use this, but it does swell. But it's easy to chip off once
Yeah,
it's
you just
dry
cut it
and
and
it's foamy.
Peel
It
out.
does a great job of filling in any cracks if your board is warped at all. This does a great job. And then you can just chip off anything that oozes out.
And then paint
Or
it.
use the wood glue. But I feel like this holds better than this. But
Yeah,
this
the Gorilla
dries
Glue
clear.
totally holds better.
So that's on your porch cleaners. That's on
Yeah.
that pressure treated pine.
The
Now Jason wants 2 wrenches.
double wrench.
He wants
He's got a double fist of wrenches.
Terry says her grandson would put this on his bedroom door.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good one. You should leave. That's about right. Sounds about right.
Eva, if you want to reach me, send me an email at support@kngmakeit.com. I can help you with that. It's going to come right to me. Yes, a notch out. That's what he was saying.
Yeah, a notch out. Great idea. I think I'm going to throw it in right up here where I got the space over top of Chucky.
Look at here. Now this is how Test Cut Tuesday should be. Do you know what time it is?
No.
What time is it, Christian?
It's about to get ill.
No.
Oh,
It's right at the top of the hour.
oh, it's Beaker o'clock.
Yeah, 5 o'clock. We did great.
All right, well.
Now, so, oh, hey, I never showed you.
Oh, yeah.
Here, you want to zoom
Yeah,
in?
I'll zoom it.
This is
Bam.
this is what next week's is gonna look like.
Hers was a lot cuter, huh?
Isn't that so cute?
That's her
Look at
idea
that
of
little guy.
Halloween. Her
Yeah.
idea and my idea of Halloween, complete opposites.
Now I'm working on how to make that hat with all those colors easier, but I mean I feel like you gotta have those colors. I could make it black, but I really like the little stripes in there.
Yeah.
Still working on that.
It's a lot
Still working on
of
that.
trimming. A lot of trimming out there. Ooh, hey, you know what? What's this? When do I do the Adobe Illustrator stuff? Is it second Tuesday?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is the end of the month. Tomorrow's like the end of the month, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's only
No.
2 Tuesdays, and
What
we'll
is
be
today?
doing. Yeah, it's like the 29th.
Yeah. Today's the 29th.
Yeah.
31 days in August.
So 2 more Tuesdays, we'll be doing Illustrator class on Zoom over there at Patreon. Oh, hey, hit that like button real quick. Give your thumb an exercise again. If you didn't hit it at the beginning, go ahead and hit it now. And if you're not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Tick that bell to be notified of our new videos every week.
Good job,
every
babe.
Tuesday and Friday. Now, if I had to read a teleprompter, it'd be over. I can remember the stuff. I just can't read the stuff.
Can you make an MCM Halloween sign?
MCM.
Helen says she's been working on one and she can share hers.
What's MCM?
I thought maybe you would know. I was waiting for you to tell me. It was one of those, just fake it till you make it. I was waiting for you to figure it out.
My Carnival Magic.
It's a cruise line.
Oh, Mystic Clown Man? I don't know.
Lois says we
MCM.
can do the hat as one piece and put score lines and then we could paint them. That's what Garrett
That's what I said.
But I was like, I want to paint all the yellows, all the greens, all the oranges at one time.
It's about ease.
Christian said, could this get posted on Patreon tonight?
In like 5 minutes. As soon
think he
as
was
I am
talking about
out.
this one.
Oh, you boo?
No, because I got to make it a cut file. So
Yeah.
unless he does it mid-century modern.
Yeah, we
Yes.
were just talking about mid-century modern.
Send me
Like-
what you've been working on, Helen, because I want to see
Oh,
what you're thinking.
MCM. A little slow on the uptake.
Think Mad Men. Oh, is this
Mad
like a
Corporate
whole...
Men?
Isn't that like that whole Peaky Blinders thing?
Nah, I think Peaky Blind was a little older.
Oh, that's like 30s or
Mad
20s
Men
or
is
something.
like 40s and 50s, right? MCM.
Mid-century modern.
Mid-century modern? Yeah, mid-century. I guess 50s. Being the term mid-century. I got it now. It all clicked. All right.
Yeah.
We're about out of time. I gotta go cook dinner. This will be my third time in a row.
No, you don't. We're gonna stay here for a while because we got to catch up on all the cutting we didn't do yesterday.
Oh, I'm going to microwave dinner. You go get some dinner yourself, and we will see you on Friday if we have a project. This is a tight one.
Yeah. We started this last week, so.
Yes. Been a long acrylic project.